wrap this thing up here. We've heard stories now from Manhattan, the Bronx, Brooklyn. We haven't heard from Queens. So I'm born and raised in Queens. The way things are going, it looks like I'm going to die here. So I'm going to do a Queens story. As I said, I've been driving a yellow cab for 40 years, but I noticed there's a phenomenon with yellow cab drivers. People value our opinion, and so does the media. And the reason I know this, if there's ever a world event, the media come running down to Penn Station, Port Authority, and Grand Central, and they want to know our opinion on what do you think about the Middle East? What do you think about Hamas? The migrants, what do you think about them? And you give your opinion. Now, I don't know any more than you guys, but they value our opinion. So, as a political activist and doing street theater, no matter what program I'm asked to go to, a political rally, and I get asked to speak, they always say he's a yellow cab, so he must know what he's talking about. No matter what the political event is, it's irrelevant. I have to know what I'm talking about because I'm a yellow cab driver. Now, I always come up with these crazy street theater ideas, and if you have a crazy street theater idea, the one person you don't bring it to is a lawyer. You'll never get it done. Do you have a permit? Are you going to be blocking traffic? Are you going to get arrested? Will there be violence? You don't know. So you're never going to get it done. So what you have to do is you have to go to another political activist. And at that time, it was Randy Credico. Now, Randy Credico became famous. He testified against Roger Stone. And he's now in the forefront of the Julian Assange campaign here in New York City. So, any of you guys here know in Queens, the world is against us here in Queens. They're coming after our heroes here in Queens. Donald Trump, he's on trial. Harvey Weinstein's in jail. George Santos, they threw out of Congress. And then they came for Bernie Madoff, and I said, that's it. I can't take it. They're coming for our best and brightest here in Queens. This has to stop. The madness has to stop. So I called up Randy, and I said, listen, he's being sentenced to 150 years at the Daniel Patrick Moynihan Courthouse down on Word Street. Let's go down and show some support for him. But broaden the political aspect of it is why is it a guy from Queens is playing for the 2008 financial breakdown when it should be everybody that was in the Obama administration and Wall Street. So I pick up Randy in the West Village. We're going down 7th Avenue. We hook a left on to Word Street, and I couldn't believe what was in front of me. Thousands of media, satellite trucks. I've never seen, everybody in the world was down there for the sentencing of Bernie Madoff. Now, in the best of times, you can't park down there. So I go into a parking lot, and the guy says, how long are you going to be? Now, when you do stuff like this, you don't know. So I said, an hour. He goes, that'll be $50. So he gives me the parking thing. I put it in there. Now, me and Randy are a low-rent operation. Staples, a couple of poster boards, and magic marker. So we do up the thing, free to Ponzi 1, right? So we go out into the middle of Word Street, and we hold up the signs. Free to Ponzi 1. Bernie Madoff's a first-time nonviolent offender. Give him parole. The world media descends on us, the two of us, and we're having the time of our lives, and they're asking us to do interviews. So he went off to do South American TV because he spoke pidgin Spanish that he learned from Bloomberg press conferences. And then I was asked to do Al Jazeera, and the guy goes, we're going live to the Middle East. Can you do it? Of course. So I get up there and I start ranting and raving about Wall Street. How is nobody else was arrested except Al Bernie from Queens? Why is everybody coming after him? And I'm picturing me talking to everyone in the Middle East and seeing the stock market going. I said, everybody should be arrested and this and that. He goes, do you speak for all yellow cab drivers? I said, of course I do. What do you think I'm here? We couldn't believe the amount of press. We're getting our politics out. But there's something in life called unintended consequences. While we're there holding up the signs, the victims of Bernie Madoff start showing up. They're giving victim impact statements in the courthouse. So you have to see, they're walking by, and they see the two of us, free to Ponzi 1! And they couldn't process in their brain what they were seeing. Now these people, family members have committed suicide, they lost everything, they lost their house, they lost their car, they were destitute. This was their last chance to see Bernie Madoff in the courthouse. So you could see the anger bubbling up, the bile coming up from the stomach, the chest, and then it all came out. the roaring, everyone screaming at us. What are you here supporting Bernie Madoff? You know what he did to our family? So I had this one guy get up right in my face. He goes, did you lose any money to Bernie Madoff? And I'm looking around and I go, you know what, he just cost me $50 for parking over there. He didn't see the humor in that, so he takes a swing at me, right? So I duck. So the cops now surround us. Now these people, when they went into the courthouse, couldn't get their hands on Bernie Madoff, but they sure could get their hands on two dickheads on Word Street holding up poster boards. So the cop comes up and he goes, is this stunt over? I say, yes it is. So he gives us a police escort over to the parking lot where I get into the cab, Randy gets in, I was driving away and I was thinking to myself, you know what? The next time I get one of these ideas, maybe I should run it by a lawyer. Now there's a Queen story, sticking up for the guys in Queens. All right, I can't thank you guys enough for making this a huge success. Just remember, next month, Brendan Fay will be up right here on this stage telling his story about his Queen story, the St. Pat's for All. Maureen Lagan will be here. We'll have someone from the Fortune Society. April's the first Irish Origin Theatre Festival. They're going to have actors that are coming out from Ireland. In May, David Rothenberg and Bill Hughes will be here telling stories. So we have a full program for the next 2 or 3 months. Get your tickets early because the show is selling out. And I can't thank you guys enough. Thank you.